There's my Birdman.
What's going on there, Wheelz?
You still married? After last week with the bird lady?
Yeah. Yeah, she loved the flowers, so.
That bailed you out?
Bought myself a little bit more time. Yeah, a little bit more time.
Okay. One more year.
Yeah.
One more Hallmark holiday.
Yeah.
Nice. No, it was great having her on. I'm sure it was easy for her. Can't get a word in edgewise around us two schmucks, so.
Well.
Thanks again, bird lady, for your time.
Yeah.
What'd you do today? What's going on? What's happening?
Just working, you know. Did no prep today, which is kind of interesting, so.
Yeah, we'll get to that. Shit my pants today.
Okay.
Yep.
Good.
You know how the warehouse has like days since last incident. Got to put it down to 0 now.
Yeah.
I just reset my previous high of 26 days.
Okay.
So that's a bummer. No, I'm just messing with you. Remember that video though? Who was the baseball player that had
George Brett.
Yeah, that thing's hilarious.
It was at a Royals training camp. They're out there, they're all stretching, you know, he shit my pants today.
I think he wasn't joking though. That's the only difference. I think he actually did that day.
Yeah,
that's a great one.
He definitely shit himself.
Sir Charles is back.
Yeah.
Missed a few weeks with him, so. All right, for those of you out there keeping score at home, this is after last week's episode. We're changing things up, and we're going to do our first ever Wheelz Special Edition. So
I'm interested to see what.
Yep.
Interested to see what this is. I don't even know.
These are going to be a little bit more wacky, a little bit more outside the box, a little less orthodox than we've been doing. Hopefully, this thing even makes the final cut. Hopefully, it doesn't suck so bad. But people actually get to see it at some point, and maybe we'll keep mixing these Wheelz Special Editions in there. So
I like it.
Welcome to your first Wheelz Special Edition. Wow, wow, wow! I wish we had that sound effect handy, or is that like 5 years ago? Funny.
I don't know. Smitty will probably put it in for us.
Okay. We're all probably ready for winter to be over. We got a little while left, and I think this is one of your favorite things. I know it's, again, a little premature, right? It's still a few weeks away, but the end of the NCAA basketball season is upon us soon. That's not what we're going to be talking about today. I mean, there's going to be bits and pieces of it, but what it really got me thinking about was dumb bets that we've had over the years. Not even just you and me, you and others, including our engineer, Smitty, who I think you have a couple funny ones with too. So
yeah.
I don't know for the viewers at home if they know anything, but you and I compete over the stupidest stuff, right?
Oh yeah.
Not even just like who's better at this particular sport, which is always me. It's pretty easy. It's also like who can fast forward and land the DVR right at the right moment perfectly on the old DVR remote, right?
Yeah.
Like things, and you crush me every time with that one. Nail the DVR.
Yeah, I'm very good at that.
So the theme is not going to just be around bets. We'll get to it in a little bit, but I thought we can give a little bit of a background around some of the dumb bets we've had over the years. Most famously, and this is the March Madness related one, is Duke lost, sir. It was probably 10, 15 years ago.
Yeah, it was a bachelor party in Vegas.
Yep.
Right?
S2H.
And, it was Duke Carolina, right? Duke UNC.
Yeah. So basically, I'll get my version of the story. My then future ex-wife was a UNC graduate, and for whatever reason, I was like supporting her and cared about Carolina. Those days are over. But then I bet Carolina, you bet Duke. It was a big matchup late in the season. They were both highly ranked. We were starting to hit the sauce pretty hard
for sure
in the first half, and we were watching it. We were at the bar, and Duke was pulling away. Then we went to the craps table, or at least you did, and then you were getting like super sauced. I think at that point you were like missing the table, dice were going across the floor and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And so Duke was up like 17, and you were all like, hoo, and it wasn't even just like a monetary bet. I think like one of us had to do something stupid. I can't recall, but regardless, you get Carolina pulls it out. I don't know if it was a buzzer beater, but it was a late game win. We all come over and be like, you won, man. Duke won. And then you go up to the counter, you're standing there in line, and you hand her the ticket.
I fucking walked up there.
Big man. You're going up there and you hand it like Belinda.
Yeah. $20 bet, was like nothing big.
Mr. Big Stuff. And you go up there and Belinda's like, Duke lost, sir. And you were so confused for a second. You had no idea that we just kind of punked you a little bit. But the point is, that's been like the saying for every time you've fucked something up for the last 15 years or 10 to 15 years is Duke lost, sir. I have a couple others. I don't know if anything comes to mind for you, but before we jump into the meat of what's going on here.
So like the dollar bet thing, that was kind of a thing for a while. Shoe Cart was big on the dollar bets.
Over stupid, just anything.
Stupid stuff. That was always kind of fun because like you did have a monetary stake in something dumb, and I am drawing a blank on anything specific, but like there was a dollar bet era.
And that was when a dollar meant something too, where it was like, now it's just like I lose dollar. I don't even know, but then it was like a slice of pizza or whatever.
Yeah.
In college, so it meant something.
And it was more about the bragging rights, but like it was fun to like take that. So I don't like to play poker with friends and take someone's $100, but I love taking a friend's dollar bill.
Oh yeah, you love being right.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
I think we alluded to it on a previous episode where actually even the waiter at the restaurant where we were getting polluted on champagne bottles that one day. So that bet was kind of a house, that was like free money for us. But if we had to shake our 11th bottle of champagne that night, I think.
Yeah. And
hit the third floor balcony. If we did, he would give it to us for free, and we missed, so he charged us. So just a little bit of a history of dumb bets. But this isn't about the best dumb bets. This is about, if we've had this conversation numerous times, bet losses. So things you would have to do if you lost a bet. So these are 5 terrible things that we've talked about that if we were to bet on something stupid, non-monetary.
Okay.
One's slightly monetary, but the rest are non-monetary. So things that you would have to do in the event you lost a bet. So let's say me and you bet on a sporting event or whatever.
Yeah.
The loser has to do X.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm gonna rattle off the list to give you some context, and while you're ranking them, I'm gonna give a little bit more detail.
Yep, that works.
How's that sound?
Got my pen and paper ready here. This feels weird. It feels a little bit different, but I like this. I like the little role reversal. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Number 1, get a Brazilian.
Okay.
We'll come back to that. Should be pretty obvious. Number 2, send a $100 bottle of wine back at an expensive restaurant with the sommelier or whomever, the waiter. Number 3, swallow 50 cents. Tell me if I'm going too fast here. I know it's your first time on the fly.
You're good. Keep them coming.
This one's for you. Put your hand in a full lobster tank for 90 seconds.
Ooh.
That's for you, bud. There's going to be more clarity and more specifics around these things, and last but not least, get a tramp stamp that lasts for 18 months.
Oh, so like actually one of those, they have like disappearing tattoos now. They're
Let's just call it, like it goes away in 18 months. It's bright as day, it doesn't fade. It just, at the end of the 18 months, it's gone.
So there is a thing, I don't know if it lasts 18 months, it's like a year-ish, where they actually tattoo you with this ink, but then the ink fades.
Yeah. This is like bright as day until the 18th month. I don't know. That's fantasy land, but let's just call it that.
Yeah, let's go with that. Okay.
All right. While you're ranking them, Brazilian should be obvious. Male version of the Brazilian wax. Some other person that you just met yanks hairs out of your undercarriage that you've never seen. I've heard this isn't pleasant, so never had one. But if you had to lose a bet, there it is. This one's kind of funny, I think. Send a $100 bottle of wine back to a restaurant. So the premise here is that you're at a fancy restaurant, probably a steakhouse, knowing me and you order $100+ bottle of wine to the table. You're the sample guy, right? He brings it over, he pours you the sample, he displays it. You have to chug it, make a sour face, send it back, and immediately order a round of Coors Lights for everybody. All right?
That is brutal. Yeah.
With a straight face.
And I'm not allowed to like actually pretend to taste it. Whenever he pours in, I just got to go whoop.
Right back, make a face, send it back, round of Coors Lights.
Okay.
Or whatever a fancy place would have, Stella's or something stupid. Okay. Swallow 50 cents. Again, pretty self-explanatory, but any denomination you want. So it could be obviously 2 quarters, 10 dimes, 50 pennies, $1.50.
Yep.
You get to decide, but you have to swallow 50 cents in any increment. And that might be a debate within a debate which increments you go there. The Lobster Tank one, this is a special one for you. So not only is the tank chock full of like big lobsters, right? You're blindfolded, and you have to put your hand palm down all the way to the bottom. for 90 seconds.
That was going to be my question. I figured.
And 25% of them do not have rubber bands on, and you don't get to see where or what.
Okay.
So 75% do have those rubber bands on, but 25% probably could. I don't know if you could take a finger off, but maybe get close. I don't know.
Yeah.
I know that's one of your things. That's one of your nightmares, so you're welcome. And then, the tramp stamp, 18 months. So it's just like a henna deal or whatever you just mentioned, the disappearing tattoo, but it's got to be late 90s Playboy, Pamela Anderson, like barbed wire.
Yeah.
Like tribal art.
Yeah.
Right? It can't just be something funny or like a picture of like your loved one.
No, it's got to be a real deal, like, symmetrical, but it goes over your ass kind of thing. It accentuates your ass cheeks. I get you.
I would even accept some Chinese or like Asian, like Chinese characters in there that you have no idea what it means, right? But no, we're gonna go with the barbed wire. So there's 5 here. There's 5. What do you think so far? You like this list or what?
I do. I like this topic. So the one that I'm ranking 5 is the one I least want to do. Correct?
No, we're gonna start with the one. So 5. What we're gonna say is what you would do first. So like what we say is number 5 is the easiest one for you.
Okay, sorry, I just got to go to. Hold on.
Just reverse it, yeah.
Yeah. And then one is the hardest.
We're gonna get to So the number 1 is gonna be the one you absolutely positively would not want to do out of this list. And then maybe we'll have some honorable mentions, whatever that we talked about in the past. But some of these I think we've danced around before.
I got some good bet losses for the honorable mentions too as well that I've been jotting down here. So.
Yeah, I do too. So all right. How does this typically work? Again, first-time host. Who goes first? I think you do in this instance.
Yeah, I would go first.
All right, your easiest one.
For me, without kind of researching what this actually will physically do to you, I'm swallowing 50 cents. I'm swallowing 2 quarters.
2 quarters.
But is there a chance that I'm swallowing 5 dimes, actually?
Yeah, that was going to be my kind of thought on the whole thing was 5 dimes because quarters are a little too big.
Yeah.
I don't know that your whole body is that wide all the way around. I mean, the body's an amazing thing, but I'm taking my odds on 5 smaller things. I'm
cool with getting that out the asshole. It's just I'm worried about like choking with the quarter.
There's all kinds of log jams in there. I don't really know what the bottlenecks are in the human body. I'm less worried about here and the exit. It's like what happens in between.
Yeah, I'm doing the 5 dimes, no doubt.
Really?
Yeah. I think you're going to pass it. I don't think you pass it right away, just because.
It's going to take a while. It's going to take a while.
Yeah, like you might, in your stomach, there might be one that gets dumped in, and you get it out right away. But there could be 4 that sit in your stomach and just don't jingle around to the exit hole of your stomach for a minute. Right?
Yeah, that's why I can't put them at number 5 because God only knows what happens when metal sits in your body for that long.
I'm going to I get to clean them, right? So I can definitely disinfect them and everything.
You get to dunk them in vodka.
Peroxide.
Well, we don't want to eat that either. Yeah,
I mean,
whatever cleaning you get to dunk them in whatever cleaning agent of your choice. You don't get to
I'm not going up to a homeless guy and giving him 2 quarters for 5 dimes, right? Okay.
Right. No, you're not doing that.
I can prep them.
Submerge them in a liquid of your choice.
Okay, so I'm going to prep them a little bit. Yeah, I'm doing the 5 dimes. That's a no-brainer for me on this list.
That's surprising. I think because some of these are scary too for you. It's not just logic. You're also there's some. I tug at your heartstrings a little bit on some of these. So for me, number 5, believe it or not, Brazilian. I see no problem with it.
Yeah.
I've considered it might be kind of nice to even have that area cleaned up just without losing a bet.
Yeah, and I have no problems with the pamper kind of sessions, right? I love getting a pedicure. That one though, can you imagine kind of having your legs up in a stirrup type situation? And they're just sack and crack, man, just fucking ripping it. I don't know. That's not.
I like to say I have a pretty high pain tolerance, but when it comes to foreign pain, like a root canal, for example, right? A pain that you're not used to. it just feels like different. So this would rank in like that feeling different pain. So I like to be like think I would be a tough guy, whatever. But I don't know. My entire rest of my body looks like a porpoise, right? Like I have no hair anywhere anyway. So it might be kind of neat to be like, oh, maybe it'll actually be like kind of refreshing.
Ladies do it all the time, but I also don't think
more stuff. They have more stuff in the way. Like I don't want to. We don't need to go on that route, but like there's hair in places down there that we don't have that problem.
I'm gonna say my asshole's hairier than just about every lady's.
Yeah, maybe. I guess I didn't consider like that part back. I guess I was kind of talking about like the undercarriage only, but
no, it's like that's Brazilians, all of it, sack and crack, and your asshole, your actual assholes, right? So that's why, that I can't have that low for me.
All right, well I'm sticking with it, but man, ooh. All right, I guess you know what we're doing next time you bet something.
Yeah.
So you're on a 4.
Yeah, I'm going with the tramp stamp. I think that one's kind of funny. The fact that it is not permanent, right? So you're doing it for a short period of time. I have a pool. Right. I would gladly display that. I think it would be pretty hilarious to kind of go to the beach, go to a hotel pool with that shit. I would have had that number 5, but I feel. To me, swallowing 50 cents is the easiest act to complete. So yeah, 4, tramp stamp. Not that I have a ton of tattoos. I have one. Like I think the pain would be not an issue.
I didn't even consider the pain. It was more the embarrassment level.
Yeah, no, I think it would be funny. I could like turn that into a shtick, you know.
Yeah, I was with you on that one. That's kind of you'll see where it ranks with mine, and I was with you on that. You can kind of turn a negative into a positive there.
Yeah.
But I've also swallowed change, as you can imagine.
Yeah.
And like, day 6, you're like, man, where is it? So
a little bit of anxiety comes along with that one.
Yeah. Wait a minute. And we can get into some of the dumb stuff I've done for money too. If you want to talk about that, I don't care.
Yeah.
The Lobster Tank, number 4 for me.
Yeah, I can see that one not really being an issue for you.
Doesn't bother me. I know that's why I added it, because I know it's a trigger for you. But like those things that have been in that tank, they're kind of half dormant. Like you just put it down in there to the bottom, you wait 90 seconds. Like what are they gonna do? They're all like half sleepy. Now I think a lobster probably could either. I don't think it can cut I don't think it can cut a pinky off. I really don't.
No.
Who knows? Maybe a perfect shot, real big one. But like it could hurt, I'm sure. But it's also like that scary like threat of the unknown. Like I don't like balloons, which is a weird thing because I don't want to like the threat of them popping scares me.
Okay, that's an interesting. I never knew that about you.
Yeah,
that's a new like. It's in the back of my head now. So
keep that. Yeah, when we go to the supermarket, they have like 24 checkouts. Like checkout number 20 to 24 has the balloon lady filling up balloons right in front of it. I will not go to those because I can't stand that. I can't handle it. But anyway, Lobster Tank doesn't really bother me at all. In fact, you get it over in 90 seconds, whereas with the tramp stamp, that's 18 months, right? So there is like a speed to being done with the bet.
Yeah, that one's like you said, it's a trigger point for me. I can't agree on that, but oof, scary.
I believe you said I could not convince you to get in a hot tub. Not hot water, but like normal hot tub size of water with a single crab.
Not doing it.
In it. Like for how any amount, I'm sure there's some amount of money.
Do you ever see the crabs like swim and they have those little fins and they can swim up into they don't just crawl around on the bottom.
He doesn't view you as prey though. Like he eats plankton, man. He's not like coming at you.
I don't give a shit. I got bit by one of them. In the ocean, never forget it.
Pinched? I don't think they bite.
Whatever,
yeah.
you know.
You're an aqua sock. Aren't you an aqua socks or
I wear Crocs
in the ocean?
I wear Crocs in the ocean.
Oh,
I look like such a dipshit, like coming in and out of the ocean in my navy blue Crocs, and whatever. I just don't care. I'm comfortable in there.
Are you a t-shirt guy in the surf as well?
Oh no, not at all. Actually, when I was just in Cabo, it was like day 4, and I was like a fucking lobster. Like I'm very religious with putting on sunscreen, but like I had just spent 4 or 5 straight days in the sun, and like so I did have to put on a shirt that one day just to give it like a break. But yeah, no, I'm not a normal fucking shirt guy. Get the hell out of here with that.
Crocs.
Tits out, Crocs on.
Tits out, Crocs on.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Every single time.
All right. What are you? You're on 3 then.
It's got to be the bottle of wine. This is an embarrassment that it's cringy, right? The thought of this is just because. So there is, like even like you said with the Lobster Tank, there is a little bit of an unknown here, right? Because I've never done that. I've never seen anyone do that, and the thought of it is just, ugh. But like, what is the sommelier going to say?
What can they do?
They're going to just, cut it up and serve glasses of it,
No, but to you, like, what can they do?
They could charge you, which is, fine. Like if that was the outcome,
I'd rather be charged and have it become like a bigger issue. Honestly.
Oh yeah. But you can't go to the guy like with this bet. You can't be like, oh yeah, we're not drinking that, but I'll still pay for it. That's not allowed. You have to be serious.
As part of this bet, you have to stand your ground and be like, I'm not paying for that.
Yeah.
Bring me the taste of the Rockies.
Yep, I'm doing that as my third one.
So we have different triggers, and I think this is all going to shake out by the end.
Yeah.
You and crustaceans don't mesh.
No. Me
and awkward kind of humor and that kind of situation, I hate it. Like that's why you like Impractical Jokers and all that.
Love it.
That's hard for me. That's hard for me to watch. I get the humor in it, trust me, but I just it makes my stomach turn. My number 3 is Tramps.
That's an Impractical Joker skit, not in real life, but like that could be. It's hilarious.
For sure, yeah. My number 3 is Tramp Stamp.
Okay, yeah.
And the only reason I didn't put it as 4 as you did is because it just felt like the Lobster Tank was going to be over 90 seconds. You were done.
Yeah.
But I also thought about this one long and hard. It was like, it would just be hilarious. Like, who cares? You have a Tramp Stamp. Are you ever like in the, we're all kind of like settled down. It's not like you're only ever like in the pool around your friends or in the ocean around your loved one.
Yeah. We're not out there. We're not out there peacocking, right? Like we're not. No, like we're not out there like fucking oiling up. Like It's just like it's you and the boys.
Speak for yourself, man.
But
I got a haircut. Did you see?
I did.
Does it look beautiful?
It's okay. It's all right.
Yeah, it's better than cutting nothing.
Yeah. It's not great. It's not the worst I've seen, but.
You didn't shower today. You told me that in the pregame.
No, I did not. Unshaved, yeah.
Honestly, COVID and beyond, or wherever we are now, I shower 4 times a week. Maybe 5.
That's almost like an every other. A rolling every other.
Never on Sunday. Never on Sunday. Anyway. Yeah, so the Tramp Stamp is number 3 for me just because, like, you can play it off as a joke. It's not really that, like, oh, I got barbed wire on my lower back. That's 6 times a year I have my shirt off. 3 times a year I have my shirt off in public. Yeah. I don't take my shirt off at home. So, yeah, that's an easy one. I wanted to throw it in there, though. It would be different if it was a permanent. I think that's the 18-month thing.
Yeah.
I always wanted to give it long enough that it was one beach season or one outdoor season.
It would not be. It might still be in the same position even if it was permanent. It might go to number 3. Man, I don't know. The permanent. We'll talk about that one later.
You're going to be a 92-year-old man with a Tramp Stamp.
That's funny.
All right, what do you got? We're on the 2 now, I guess.
It's the Lobster Tank for sure. So the only possible positive coming out is they're definitely not comfortable with humans, right? But at the same time, they have been handled a little bit once they get to the tank, right? They've been caught. They've been kind of processed. They've gone through, like, they've been handled a bit. So they may not be as, like, squeamish and scared. 90 seconds being blindfolded that sucks. It really sucks. I don't like creepy crawly things.
You gotta jam it. You gotta jam it right down somewhere.
Yeah.
All the way to the bottom.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going. That's it.
And the clock doesn't start until your hand's on the bottom.
Yeah. No, I'm doing that and just sitting there like trying to sing myself a song or something. Just trying to like block it out as much as I can. But that's borderline fucking nightmare scenario for me.
Yeah, that's why I threw it in there. And I was gonna do it. Everybody's unrubber banded.
Yeah.
But I threw you a bone, and I was like, you don't know. It's kind of Russian roulette a little bit.
Yeah.
Man, Russian roulette would be a good one on this list. Jesus Christ. That would definitely be last place for me. Because none of these involve the threat of dying. No, they don't. Except maybe the 50 cents.
Yeah, it's funny that
kill you.
Yeah, I guess.
Nothing else is going to kill you.
And that seems like the easiest to me.
Well, it takes me to my number 2, swallow 50 cents.
Oof.
I've swallowed change. I just feel like the older we get, like we're not 18 anymore, right? We're not even double 18 anymore.
I know.
Like I just turned 40, so like we don't need to be introducing weird shit into our intestines. Ask me this in college, right? Penn State days or whatever. Of course.
Yeah.
I'm eating change. My only problem with eating change is like that was a half a piece of pizza I just swallowed, and it wasn't pizza. Now, I just worry. I have no problem doing it. And again, I would go 5 dimes all day, every day.
Yeah.
50 pennies would be stupid. $0.50 would be stupid. I just feel like they're the smallest and least amount.
Yep.
It's just I'm just like more cautious, I think, than I used to be when I was a kid. Around
yeah.
Like, where is that going? What's going to happen? Do I have to like mush my poops up and find 5 dimes to be like comfortable again, or?
I think at that point you got to swallow them and like you got to set it and forget it. You know what I mean? Like,
just don't even think about it. You don't want your 50% rebate.
Yeah, just hoping that like it works out. I don't think so. I don't think a dime or a set of 5 of them is going to like clog your system up.
It's metal introduced. Like, is there anywhere to get wedged, or I don't know. That's why it's number 2, man. Because that's the one that literally the only one I think in this list that could theoretically kill you somehow.
Yeah.
I'm no doctor, but a lobster is not going to kill me by nipping my hand.
Yeah. I'll give you it. I get it. That one seems easy to me, and it's like kind of quick. Now here's a question for you: are you individually swallowing 5, or are you taking a stack of 5 in and down?
Individual.
Yeah, I'll probably do it individually. Space them out in the stomach a little bit.
Well, I just don't know if I can get a stack. Like, I don't know. That feels like they could like go sideways and get a little clog. I don't know. Just one at a time for me.
Yeah.
1 at a time, dime.
10 at a time for a dime. Christ. Was that the Jerky Boys?
I forget. Give me a nipple, I'll suck on your pickle. Give me a dime, I'll suck it all the time. I forget these things. This is the stupidest episode we've done, but I think I love it.
No. This is I like the out of the boxness of this.
So we're down to dun dun dun, and this is surprising because I've done the.
So yeah,
logic here.
Number 1 is that getting your fucking sack and crack waxed. I'm not. That just seems like, in addition to being, it's not the pain, it's the awkwardness of like being kind of. So what I imagine is similar situation to like the lady doctor, right? You're going to be sitting there, you got some like stirrup situation with your legs, and it's just like you got to look at a lady. It's a lady doing it too, right?
I was going to say, I think that's a deal breaker for me because I don't want you down there doing it, even though like you're probably capable. Yeah. I would prefer a female to do it, yes.
Yes, okay. So
let's go with that.
In my head, it was only ever that. It's a little weird if Chuck's down there fucking waxing your ball sack.
Real quick, though, on that note, is it weird to get a massage I've never had a massage, like by a actual masseuse. Is it weird that I would never do it, get one from a man?
No, I think people usually prefer the lady.
I just think it's too weird. Even though they got big, strong hands and whatever, but I don't want them touching me.
Yeah,
get off me.
I've never done that. Even like pedicures, any pedicure I've ever gotten was always with a lady.
You've never had a massage either, ever?
No.
I bet it's glorious.
They make me a little nervous just because I do have lower back issues. I'm always like worried that they're gonna like like hit something and like my back, like, so it would be great to do on a vacation, but then say it's day 3 of a vacation and then all of a sudden they hurt my back somehow.
I think you like tell them if you have problems. It's not like it's a chiropractor or something.
Yeah, that's true. Can you imagine it like you're day 3 into a 10-day vacation?
It sounds like a Jason Segel movie or something, but yeah. I know what you're saying. Have you ever been to a chiropractor?
No, it's weird. Like Lady Bird has no problems with them. Like her entire family, they've all gone. I grew up in my family. The messaging was always chiropractors are quacks.
Yeah.
Did you have that growing up? Like, was your?
Yeah. That's definitely a thing. I don't think I believe it. I've been to one once, and it's when I hurt my back, and it helped. But like, there are some of those times where you get like cracked up, and it's just like, oh.
But also, like
people don't like it. Like, if you don't like that.
Yeah, I don't know if you can see, like, my neck is like, I don't like, you know this, I don't like people touching my neck. And like, so when people come up and do like the back of the neck massage, I really hate that.
That's why I do it to you all. That's why I do it to you all the time.
Yeah.
And you asked if I could see your neck. I'm like, nope.
Yeah.
Nobody can.
So like, you know, where the chiropractors, they do the whole thing. They're like 1, 2, 3, and like crack your neck.
Oh yeah.
That's a nightmare scenario for me as well. You could add that onto this list, and I'm not picking that.
Okay.
You know, like.
All right. Well, back to the. Where were you? We were on Brazilian for you. So
yeah.
that's the worst of this entire list.
Yeah, I think it's the awkwardness. I really do. There's going to be some pain, but I just think it's the awkwardness of like sitting there and watch. It's not like 3 minutes either. I think this is like a 30-minute thing.
Yeah.
Also,
like 10 to 15, something like that. Yeah.
I'm going to say I'm going 30. There's going to be a couple of areas that they probably have to like go over twice.
Okay, double coat. Well, I think it's one of those things. It's like if you do that, like I think you go and you get it like regularly. But the first one's pretty bad, I think.
Yeah,
because it's never been done. No, honestly, nothing about it bothers me. So now we know what's going to happen. So I'm going to get loser gets a Brazilian or So what would your easiest? One be?
You haven't. My easiest one's swallowing the 50 cent.
Okay.
I don't really want to do that, no.
All right, so on to my number one. This is exactly like what bothers me is like the social awkwardness humor, which I hate because I'm like that guy that likes to be like friendly and nice and whatever. Sending the wine back would absolutely freaking kill me.
Can we also say like, is this your first sip? So the little taster you have to chug, that's your first sip of alcohol too. So you have no lubrication.
Yep, you're stone cold sober as a judge.
Yeah.
You're going in there.
It's brutal.
You're dreading it. Like, you didn't get your food yet, so you like the threat of stuff getting spit in. Like, who knows, right? Maybe not at a fancy place, but.
Yeah.
But, like, you're a total. You know, like, that's a guy's craft, right? And you just totally threw it back in his face. It's not like you actually didn't like it. Wine can go bad. I think that's why this practice exists.
Yeah.
But you just chug it right back and order Coors Lights.
It is cringy just thinking about it. It really is. But I could do that before I could do the lobster and the Brazilian for sure.
Brazilian.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we didn't agree on a single one here. And in fact, we were kind of polar opposites.
Yeah, it feels like we were a little flip-floppy.
Yeah. Well, the Brazilian was my easiest and your hardest.
Yeah.
Right? Lobster Tank was, so this was a good list. We should probably iterate on this, and in fact, in future episodes, maybe we make a bet, and a loser has to do one of these. What do you think?
Yeah, no, I know we've also talked about, I just had another edition, nipple piercing.
Yeah, we've talked about that.
You know, that's one, like, where you would do a Brazilian, no problems. I would get a nipple pierced, or I'd actually probably get both nipples pierced, like, no problem. Not that
can you wear like a tight T-shirt to work meetings on Zoom?
Yeah, you'd have to, like, yeah.
That's part of the bet? Or is it just like you hide it with baggy clothes?
No, like you'd have to, at least one day, it'd have to be kind of noticeable for those that are looking.
I feel like that's less easy to play off as a joke than the tramp stamp would be.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's no, like, unless you're able to say, oh, I lost a bet, like, there's no real good explanation.
No, all of a sudden you're like a sexual deviant or something.
Yeah, even though I don't think there's anything sexually like gross about that. If you want to get your nipples pierced, get them pierced.
No.
But that's like some people would instantly think that. Yeah.
That's where my mind went. Sorry if I apologize, but
no, there's no need to apologize.
Like,
I think you're right.
A tramp stamp is obviously a joke.
Yeah.
The nipple piercing is like, this guy.
I mean, if you remember in the early days of COVID, Governor Cuomo in New York, there was one press conference where he had a pretty tight shirt on. You could see he had one of his nipples pierced. And it was like kind of a news story.
Everything was kind of a news story when it came to Cuomo.
But
politics are so fucked.
But this was like in the early days when he was like a rock star. They're like, oh my God, Governor Cuomo's got his nipple pierced.
You can't make any of this stuff up. It's ridiculous.
It's nuts.
One of the other things that I remember is you and our producer, Smittay, used to bet on like who would go to watch dumb movies.
Movie bets. It's got it right here.
Yeah, explain that. Because you had to go by yourself, right, to like dumb movies?
Yeah, so I don't actually remember what the meat of the bet was, like whether it was on a sporting event or something, or like if we...
Wasn't it like a Chipmunks, like Chipwrecked or something?
So, yeah, I lost twice. I believe Smitty lost once. I think. We'll have to... maybe he puts a little something in here if he ended up losing. I lost twice. And the deal was you had to go to the movie by yourself and you had to sit through it. And you had to like provide evidence. So I remember I show a movie stub, and then you'd have to take a picture of the screen like as you're sitting there.
Like 4 times throughout?
Yeah, I think we only did one. It was like a whatchamacallit, honor. You just do it on the honor system. But like, listen, I'm paying up on my bets. So
if you lose a bet, and you don't own up, you're we're not friends.
Yeah, you're a pansy. So I lost and had to go see Alvin and the Chipmunks Chipwrecked.
That's right.
And I went in by yourself. I went in by myself. It was like kind of early in the day, and I had sweatpants on. I looked like a child predator being in there by myself. A little bit of like a nightmare situation, and just talking about terrible movies. So I've never seen the first Alvin and the Chipmunks movie, but you would assume that the first one was probably a little bit better. I think this was the third one. At least the first one was probably kind of a little bit authentic and original. By the third one, they have nothing going on, right?
Aren't you just like, what do? You just play with your phone the whole time, right? And just get through it because you lost the bet? Like, you actually have to like watch it and give a synopsis?
No, but like, you pay attention, you get some popcorn. Bob might have stopped by.
That makes sense. Did you get like a Diet Dr. Pepper or something? I'm
no,
on a Diet
cherry
Dr. Pepper kick right now.
So movies is a cherry Coke.
That's fine.
You know, I love a cherry Coke. Actually, recently the movie theater I go to here, root beer. But back then, you get that fucking 3-gallon cherry Coke, get yourself a popcorn and like some type of chocolate snack. So my go-to is the M&M peanuts.
Oh yeah,
but
nice.
And then the second one,
funny? I read somewhere real quick on that note. I read somewhere that it's not illegal to smuggle or to bring your own food into a movie theater. Like it never was. And like, you remember as kids, like you were like, "What kind of watch do you want?" Like, like your dad had like a trench coat. It's like all kinds of like, because we're not paying $5.50 for jujubes or whatever.
Yeah, the hell out of here.
Apparently, it was never illegal.
Yeah, they just don't want you doing it because they make decent money off that shit.
Yeah, but like you could just do it and be like, "What are you gonna do?" Like, I don't remember getting like patted down.
No.
And the other thing is, those like shrink wrap, like vacuum seal things. Yeah. So you can make any size kind of packet you want. So I was pretty good at making like bourbon or whatever kind of booze, and you make it like a little, almost like a ketchup packet, but like big, like 2-3 ounces of booze.
Yeah.
You put it in your thigh, and they pat you down at a sporting event, no problem. So you make a really strong like bourbon and Dr. Pepper, but it's just like this like ketchup packet full of bourbon.
That's pretty good.
It worked a million times. So I had season tickets to the Raiders games. Maybe me and you even brought these to one game at some point. Either way, it never failed.
Yeah, no, that's pretty awesome. So I actually ended up losing 2 of those movie bets. The second one was a movie called Joyful Noise with Dolly Parton and I think, was it Queen Latifah?
What year did you lose this bet with Dolly Parton?
Hold on. Joyful Noise. I think it was...
I would love to get some. Maybe we can talk about these later, but I would love to hear about 2012.
2012, yep.
I would love to hear what the bet was.
Yeah, I can't remember what the actual
Queen Latifah, Dolly Parton,
yeah,
Kiki Palmer.
Yeah, I don't remember any of these other jack-offs, but Dolly Parton, Queen Latifah. So, like...
And you guys are obviously picking terrible movies, right? Like that was...
Oh, that was the deal. Yeah. Because it's painful. That's 2 hours, right? That's, $8 to $10 plus 2 hours of your time. Like, I would have gladly paid $50 to get out of that bet. Like...
They don't make popcorn buckets big enough for that.
No. Here was another good one. As we're kind of talking about like alternatives. So, every year we would have that whole camping trip, right? Oh, yeah. So, yeah. This is not really a bet, but it's kind of it's on the same lines as a bet. It's the one-upsmanship, right? So I'll never forget. There was one time, there was a group of us around the fire, and I was like, okay, I'm going to throw $1 into the fire.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And you can never, it sucks to get one-upped, right? But we had all been a little bit lubricated, had been drinking all day. This is at night. I don't know who the next guy was. He's like, all right, I'm throwing in a 5. Someone threw in a 10. Someone threw in a 20. And I was like, okay, if we really want to do this, this is going to be painful. I pulled out a credit card. And I was like, I'm going to throw my credit card. I was like, this has a $15,000 limit, and I tossed it in. What I didn't tell anyone was it was a used Visa gift card that had maybe 38 cents on it, right? Uh-huh. And I was like, oh, this will just kind of be funny. And old Mr. Dollar Bet Shoe Card himself pulls out his real, Bank of America Visa and is like, well, fuck it, you're not going to one-up me, and actually tossed it in. And the satisfaction I got telling them that mine was actually a 30-cent Visa gift card was the best.
He had to bum money from you to get home, or put gas in his car or something?
Yeah, I was probably driving anyway, so but...
There was a one-upper campfire scenario at one bachelor party, and I threw my shoes in.
Yeah, for sure.
The only shoes I brought, and somebody tried to save them, but I only got one back. So I went home a little wonky. The last thing before we wrap up here, it was when we were betting on arcade games.
Yep.
And I beat you. I actually beat you, and you're like the arcade game king.
Yeah, you know it.
But then we came back to your pool, and you beat me at pool hoops, and I'm the pool hoops, at least better than you.
Yeah.
So that was a weird one.
Just to clarify, it wasn't one-on-one pool hoops. It was a little game of horse.
It was horse, yeah.
But I think
full contact.
I think we did best of 7.
I was up 3-0, and you came roaring back. I'll never forget it. But at the same time, I think you were Top Golf somehow. It was just a random weekend where it was and I think that what I won was $100 towards a steakhouse. We go to a steakhouse.
Oh yeah,
$100 credit.
Yep.
Did you ever pay up on that?
I did. I think we did because that was
you did.
That you came into town the next time, and that's when we went to Papa's.
He was slime bag. I
think we did.
Let us know in the comments below. I think Dennis is.
Dude,
let us know in the comments
below. I pay my
debts. Full of shit.
I always pay my debts.
Anyway, what'd you think of this bad bet episode? I think we got a couple of sub episodes that can come out of this. Yep.
No, I like it. I can't wait till the next one. I like the change of pace for sure. I like being on my toes, right? Our whole kind of thing is. My comfort zone is the analytical kind of and yours is you're more comfortable on your toes. I liked kind of just the.
I kind of hate the prep. I hated the prep work, but at least it worked.
So
all right, well, why don't you wrap us up unless you got anything else stupid to add?
No, I'm done with you. I'm kind of done for the evening. So thanks everyone for joining us this week. We look forward to being back every Monday with a new episode. Thanks to all of our followers. Please share our content. Follow us on all social media apps at RankEmz Podcast. We're on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and the Snapchats. Please smash that like button. Really helps us out. Comment when you can. And please make sure you're subscribed to the YouTube channel. All links will be listed below by our producer and engineer, Smittay. Thanks for all the work that he does in the back end. Thanks again to all of you for listening. We'll be back again next week. Thanks, Wheelz.
See you, man. Wheelz Special Edition. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Peace.
See ya.